Good morning everybody, happy Monday. Today I'm going to start a new pizza recipe. Sourdough. So I've just refreshed my sourdough there now, you can see. It doesn't look like much of anything at the minute. I'm going to leave that at room temperature for about 8 hours, thereabouts. And then that should project out the top and start bubbling over. And then we'll start the pizzas tonight. The new bit in this is I'm going to mill my own flour, so it's completely different track of what I've done before. I've written a recipe this morning, so there's going to be 3 flours in the recipe, and hopefully we'll get that nice big cornichone of the crust when I cook these off. So the plan is make them tonight and then cook them off on Wednesday. Give them a couple of days in the fridge to cold ferment, and then we'll see what we'll get. And I'm going to drop some of these through for my friend, Debbie Cooper. So I'm going to do a couple of pizzas for Debbie and see what she thinks. I'll drop some sourdough starter through as well, so she can have a go at that and stuff. And then we'll feed the neighbours. Feed the neighbours Wednesday. Why not? So anyway, have a good Monday. Stay safe. See you in a bit. So this is my starter after 8 hours. I call them stretch. I'm sure you can see why. So that's more or less it's ready to use. So I'm going to measure some of that out. We'll mill some flour and we'll start putting this recipe together. Okay, so this is the wheat we're going to use today. It's organic wheat there. So I'm going to mill that through. I'm going to try and take off some of the husks and just make it as fine as I can. Sieve it out. Then we'll see what type of flour we'll get. But fillings is going to be very loud. Okay, so that's the flour. That's about 3 minutes. Milling. I'm going to save that anyway and just see if there's any bits in it. Let it cool down a bit, but yeah, more than happy with them results. Okay, so at the minute I've just got the flour in and the water in. That's gone for about a minute and a half. I'm going to add the starter now. The starter's in there now, you can see it there on the left. See my finger. So we're just going to start mixing this now for about another 6 or 8 minutes. Once I've got that point, I'll add the oil and I'll add the salt, and then we'll turn it up a notch and we'll push it until we'll get what we're looking for. Okay, so this has had about 6 minutes. I'm just going to show you. So you can see the gluten's starting to form, but it's still tearing. We don't want that, so I'm going to turn this up now and push it a bit harder, and we should get quite a strong gluten development. As you can see, that's on number 4 with high speed, so we're going for it a bit. This should give it whatever. Okay, so that's had enough now. So let's have a look. So you can see straight away it's got quite a good structure. So the window pane, that's what we're looking for. There you go. Nice strong structure. That should make some banging pizzas on Wednesday. So now I'm just gonna let it bulk, just ferment for an hour or so. And I'm gonna ball up. I'll show you what I do when I ball them up, and we'll put them in the fridge. If you're like me, you won't have a big fridge, so we've got to improvise what we need to do, so I'll show you. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to do just a couple of folds really, just to give some structure, and then we'll get that in the bowl, in the oil bowl, for an hour or so. When the second stage is probably, it's more important really. It needs to about 48 hours in the fridge to ferment properly. So beautiful. So it took me 10 years, 12 years, but I've got the hang of it now. So don't give up, yeah? Look at that little beauty, yeah? So I'm just going to put some cling film on that now, and like I say, I'm just going to leave it for a little bit, for an hour or so, and then we'll split it down into 8 portions. Okay, hello again. So we're at the point now where we've had a couple of hours fermentation on the dough, so it's risen a little bit, as you can see there. We're now going to split that into 8 portions. We're going to ball that up, and then we're going to put them on the trays, cover them with cling film, oil cling film, and then put them in the fridge for 48 hours. Some of the professional guys you'll see on YouTube and thereabouts is they use big plastic trays. They ball up, they put them in plastic trays, put the lids on, put them in the fridges. We haven't got big fridges, so use a domestic fridge like you guys, I'm sure. So I picked up a great tip from my friend Nancy Bird from Texas. Is using kitchen paper, so about 5 inches squared. Cut them. Basically what we're going to do is, once we ball up, we'll put a little bit of flour semolina on there to stop them sticking. We'll put the balls on, we'll put them on the tray, and then we'll cover them with oil cling film, and then we'll put them in the fridge for 48 hours to ferment. Up to 48 hours anyway. 48 is great. If it's a little bit less, yeah, it's fine. So 2 hours before you do the fire, take your balls out of the fridge. If you're lucky to have a digital thermometer, which you can point and shoot, like one of these type of things, that will tell you the surface temperature of the dough. So I'm looking for about 55 degrees, but if you leave it for about an hour, normal room temperature, it will get to about 55 degrees. So you can probably do without it. So let's get a move on. I've got my little friend here, Tunbrun, from Firebreak Brewery. Pizza, beer, and I've just had a kebab. You'll see the next video, which was lush, by the way. And if you haven't got a tando in your life, you need to get one. So let's move on. Right, here we go. So we'll flour the bench a little bit first, and then we'll turn out the dough. Just so it doesn't stick. Comes out no effort whatsoever. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that. What do you think? Pure beauty right there. Anyway, I want to weigh this now. See what the weight is. And then we'll divide that into 8. We'll ask Alexa, because I'm lazy. 45 years ago, I could do this in my head, can't now. Anyway. Alexa, what's 1860 divided by 8? Are you ready? Alexa, what's 1860 divided by 8?
1860 divided by 8 is 232.5.
Right, so we're going to go for about 230 then. Okay, but I mean, it does look fab. Yeah. Smooth as a baby's bottom. So we're going to go about 230, that's what we're saying. So I'm going to use the decorator's scraper. Let's see what that gives us first. Okay, so we're going to go with 230. So I'll make all these balls up and then I'll show you how we sort of fold them, okay? Okay, so I've split these balls now into 230, well just over 230, there with thereabouts. So you can see a bit of anything but a pizza ball. So we're just going to start folding, so try and keep the smooth side on the top if you can, and then just start folding them in. Just fold them over, a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a fold. If it gets too sticky, a little bit of flour, and just keep folding it in, folding it in. Like I said, the professional guys, they do a lot better than me. But that's their job. That's not my job. This is just my passion. If you want to make pizzas, don't do half a job, do it properly. Right, that's the first one. So that'll go on the tray now. Okay, and again just a little bit of flour, and then just fold it over on itself. You just want to try and get to like a nice tight ball. Try not to tear it if you can. Just nice and tight, nice and taut. Too sticky, a little bit of flour. And then just nip. You're sort of nipping it underneath. So you're sealing it as you go on type of thing. If you can see what I'm trying to do there. Right, do a little roll. There you go, that's ready. Another little pillar of perfection. So I'll do one more, and then I'll do the others off camera. Everything takes practice, so you know, don't worry if you're not perfect. I've been doing this for 12 years, and I learn every day, every single day, and I'm amazed every day in what I learn. I probably know about 10% of what I should know. So our Italian guys, the way they do stuff amazes me, but I'm just the tip of the iceberg. There you go, another one. Right, so that's all the balls ready. I mean, look at them, little bundles of joy. And we've got our little friend at the end, Toonbroon, from our local Firebrick brewery. Remember, look after your local business, they'll look after you. So, next bit. So we're going to put some olive oil and some cling film, and then wrap these, do a light wrapping first, and then do a tighter wrapping the other way. And then I'm going to pop them in the fridge. I'm just going to leave them there for a couple of days. Obviously it's 7:15 now, so I'm not going to get the full 48 hours, but I am cooking in the wood fired oven. If you're doing them in your home oven, try and give yourself a full 48 hours to ferment. But in mine, it should be fine. So my plan is now to take these out about 3 o'clock on Wednesday, and then feed me neighbours by 5 o'clock. And I'm telling you now, they've got countdown timers switched on for Wednesday. So I'm just hoping the weather's really nice. So I'll show you the final thing. I'll just post a photo when I've got these guys wrapped up, just so you can see what I'm trying to get to. Okay, there you go, all wrapped up, ready for the fridge. So if you've got a temperature setting on your fridge, you need to set it. I set mine about 5 degrees, and just leave it at that, static, and it works quite well.